The Federal Trade Commission received fraud reports from, get this, 2.6 million consumers just last year. And that's why it is so important to know what to look out for so that you don't get tricked. And joining us today with some tips is our friend Jeff Massey with Massey Associates. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning.
This is a really important topic to talk about because you have people that work so hard for their money. Is this something that's just getting more prevalent, these scams out there?
And they're getting much more technical in what they do. You know, I received a phishing email a few weeks ago. And said, well, we've hacked your computer, we've downloaded information, we're going to publicize it, blah, blah, blah. You have to send crypto. And now, thankfully, I have a high-tech team. I sent it off to them. They went, look, we saw that a couple of weeks ago, almost verbatim language, but we will do a deep dive on your computer just to make sure.
Absolutely.
And it was just, but how many people click on that link?
Well,
you know,
absolutely.
And that's the unfortunate part.
Definitely.
And off camera, you were just saying that your son might have clicked on something.
Yeah.
And then you had to go through all those steps just to protect stuff.
Absolutely. Like you had asked me when I was telling you know, Jeff, my son was almost a victim to this. You know, he said, was it a text or an email? I said, it was a text. And, you know, you nodded your head. And, yeah, he was afraid he clicked on something. So he got very nervous.
Sure.
So what are the, you know, the different types of scams that are out there?
Yeah, there are so many. I have a list from the Rhode Island State Police, look, pages of all the different types of scams. And, like, the romance scams seem to be the ones that really end up taking lots of money from people.
Okay.
Because it's much more involved. They end up connecting with somebody through, like, a dating website.
Right.
And then they build a connection, and then they say, well, you know, I'm in a business, and I'm having trouble meeting payroll, and, you know, some sob story.
Absolutely.
And then people just, and I had a client that got scammed. It was like $500,000.
Oh, my gosh.
Over time.
All that money.
Yep. And it's unfortunate. And it's not people that are just, you know, not highly intelligent people.
Right,
no.
right.
I have a case here. So I was at 2 days of tax training last week, and this was brought up, scams were brought up because with the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017,
right,
you can't write off these losses if you're a victim.
Okay.
You can't write off the losses. Now, this was a technology advisor under the Clinton White House. Now, this lady had a PhD, and it was a huge scam. $655,000 she lost.
Oh, my gosh.
All of her retirement money. Gone.
All of it gone.
All of it gone.
Unbelievable.
Because she was just following what they were saying.
Absolutely.
They actually, in the book here, it was a script, her name, but all her handwriting as to call the bank, here's what you say.
Unbelievable.
And if they say, are you being put up to this? You say no, you know, and all those.
All scripted out for her.
All scripted out for her.
Unbelievable.
Highly, highly scripted stuff that they are so good at just manipulating people, and that's the unfortunate part.
Absolutely.
So there are many different types. The romance scams are tough. Emergency type, you know, hi, Grandma, how are you? Oh, is this Jeff? Yeah, it's Jeff. So now they have the grandmother's phone number and the grandkid's name. And then they'll call another time and say, oh, you know, I got arrested, and I need $10,000 wired to my attorney, and don't tell my parents because they'll be mad.
So you really pull on those heartstrings.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. And real quick before we go, if you feel like you're getting scammed, where should you report it to?
All right. The Rhode Island Financial Crimes Unit with the Rhode Island State Police, their number is 401-764-5179. 764-5179. Call and report them. There are billions and billions of dollars reported. The FBI feels it could be 5 times that.
Unbelievable. Thanks, Jeffrey. This is such great information, so important information. I'll make sure I put all that that phone number too online as well for us. Now, the scam prevention tips provided by Massey Associates at roadshow.com. We'll find more of those, and again, more information if you fall victim to this right over at roadshow.com.